This time of year, typically you can find cotton producers in their fields wrapping up the planting of their crop. However, this year things have looked a little different as unprecedented rainfall has delayed producers from getting their 2024 crop in the ground.
We've kind of had wet Mays the last 2 years, which is a little abnormal for us. We're used to May being one of our drier months and not being able to do a lot of dry land planting and stuff like that, but we've had these fronts come through consistently that are keeping us out of the field. And so we're at the RDC pivot today. A lot of people know where that is here in Tifton, but we were able to get in here the first week of May and plant this, but if we had not done that, then we probably wouldn't have been able to plant it, until now.
As Hand stated, since that first week of May, producers have not been able to get into their fields to finish planting, as the amount of rain they've gotten is unlike anything they've seen, which according to producer Brian Ponder, just creates more challenges to deal with throughout the season.
Typically in our area, after about the 25th of May, our yields start to decline. And so we would like to be through around the 20th to the 25th. But in years past, at that point, that's when we see a decline in yields. Now, it's not every year because every year is different. And we know the Lord can work things out. We may wind up making the best crop we've ever made. But typically planting as late as we are, we're kind of challenged to get the yields that we need.
According to Hand, however, he believes the state as a whole is in a decent spot and says regardless of whether or not the crop is planted on time, a good crop is still possible.
We're about where we need to be. But, with that being said, we do have an insurance deadline coming up next week's first week of June. And so a lot of folks are worried about getting a crop in. The one thing I'll say is we can still make really good cotton that's planted in June. We can get it off to a good start, but we just got to be a little more careful with making sure we don't delay that crop any and finding any issues associated with that crop and fixing those.
For Ponder and others alike, however, the real concern is with the financial issues producers are facing, as he says inputs and other costs have increased, but the price of cotton isn't much more today than it was 4 decades ago, which makes it difficult to just break even.
Today, we can sell cotton for 76 cents a pound. 40 years ago, we were probably 73. We're basically selling the crop for the same price as we did 4 decades ago. In that time, when I started growing cotton, I was paying $25 a bag for cottonseed. Now I'm paying $650. A cotton picker that I started out with, we bought a used cotton picker in 1987. I paid $25,000 for it. And now a new picker today is $1 million. So that's the challenges that we're facing.
Reporting in Tifton for the Farm Monitor, I'm John Holcomb.